we are going to discussing about the topic residential status of an individual. As we know, the residential status of an individual can be divided into two: resident and non-resident. Resident again can be divided into two: ordinarily resident and not ordinary resident. As we know, residential status, for determining the residential status of an individual, we need to check whether he or she is able to satisfy the conditions specified by the Income Tax Authority or Income Tax Act. So, for checking, for identifying the residential status, first of all, we need to understand the basic conditions and additional conditions. Let me go through the basic conditions. The basic conditions for determining the residential status of an individual is: first one is the person who is in India in the relevant previous year 182 days or more. This is the first basic condition. The person who is in India in the relevant previous year, according to this assessment, the relevant previous year is 2019-20. The person who is in India for a period of 182 days or more in the previous year, that is 2019-20, which starts from 1/4/19 to 30 and ends 31st March 2020. This is the first basic condition. The second basic condition: the person who is in India for a period of 365 days, just four assessment years just preceding the relevant previous year, not in assessment year. The person who is in India for a period of 365 days in four assessment years just preceding the relevant assessment year, and also is in India for a period of 60 days in the relevant previous. So this is the second basic condition. There are some exemptions. If the person who is a crew member in the shipping company, and the person who is working, an Indian citizen who is working abroad and who is visiting in India for a temporary, for a few days, or a person who is in a resident Indian who is leaving India in and is going to abroad permanently or temporarily for any employment purpose. In all these three cases, the second condition may change. That is, the person who is in India for a period of 365 days out of four assessment years just preceding the relevant previous year, and he is in India for a period of 182 days or more in the relevant assessment year, previous year. This is the two basic conditions. And when we go the move the additional condition, the first additional condition is that the person who is in resident in India 2 years out of 10 previous years just preceding the relevant previous year. The person who is in resident in India out of resident in India 2 years out of 10 previous years just preceding the relevant previous year. And the second additional condition is the person who is in India for a period of 730 days out of 7 years just preceding the relevant previous year. Let us check how to determine the status. If the person is able to satisfy one of the basic conditions, is known as resident. If the person is not able to satisfy any of the basic condition, is called non-resident. If the person is able to satisfy one of the basic condition and also is able to satisfy two of the additional condition, then he is treated as resident and ordinary resident. When the person is able to satisfy one of the basic condition but he could not satisfy the additional condition, then he is treated as resident and not ordinarily resident. This is all about the residential status of an individual. Thank you.